Hi, I'm Roland Worcester, and we're in the VESA booth here at CES 2025. This, I'm very proud to announce, is our new introduction of DisplayHDR True Black 1000. So this is the new performance level that OLED panels, particularly Tandem OLED, dual layer OLED displays, are able to achieve 1000 nits of luminance, which is the fantastic target required for content creation of HDR video. So if you're a video producer and you want to be on the go with your laptop, this is the technology that provides 1000 nits in a thin and light OLED-based laptop, certified by VESA's DisplayHDR standard.
Like OLED usually can do a little bit less, like 500-600 or maximum?
Yeah, in fact, up until our announcement here at CES 2025, our highest performance level for OLED was the True Black 600 spec. So this is a significant step up from where we were last year at CES.
And the manufacturers of these OLED displays will manage to make sure that the lifetime is fine even when it's so bright?
Yeah, indeed. It's a dual layer OLED, so the lifetime is improved on the panel. And the panel is from Samsung, and there's a number of OEMs that are going to be using this panel. Lenovo is here at the show this week demonstrating the Lenovo Yoga system using this panel in their booth at CES.
When Samsung have been doing these amazing OLED TVs in the last few years, so it provides kind of like professional level monitor usage for video editors and advanced like filmmakers and stuff?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, the target everybody wants for HDR, for video content creation, HDR is 1000 nits. Because when you're mastering your HDR content, you're going to select the max CLL value of 1000. So being able to see that on the screen while you're editing is critical. And that's what these kind of panels enable for you.
What do you have to think of in terms of colors to make this like a standard? Do you need to think differently?
Yeah, indeed. So I'm glad you asked about the color, because this is one of the new displays that is certified to DisplayHDR version 1.2. And as part of the 1.2 spec, we increased the requirements for color testing. And we now have, in version 1.2 of DisplayHDR, we have a very extensive set, almost 300 colors, that we test the accuracy of which.
It's just going to be an awesome way to experience movies on the laptop. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, certainly for any content consumption, this is a fantastic panel. For gaming, games dynamically change their luminance level to support HDR. So you'll have better gaming, you'll have better content creation, better consumption, just outright fantastic display for this kind of technology.
When you define specs for the HDR and stuff like that, are there like rules in terms of how long the peak needs to be allowed to work? Or is there like,
yes.
It can just be bursts?
No,
or how does it work?
No. So we have a very detailed set of criteria on the performance for the luminance, for the duration of the luminance. And all of that is open and public and downloadable from displayhdr.org. There's a short summary on the website that you can have a look at the spec table, or if you're inclined, you can download the 100-page test document, and you can even download the source code for the test tools. So it's a fully open public standard.
Usually the peak is, do you want to define a little bit, like what kind of length it can be at the peak?
Oh, yeah, so we test for 30 minutes. So we test a star field with a white box in the middle of the screen for a 30-minute duration to check for the luminance level is maintained the entire 30-minute.
I would hope in those future amazing laptops, the battery is going to last 30 minutes. I'm just joking, but because it's going to use more power, right?
It will use more power when you drive things more brightly. But typically on a 1000 nit panel, you're not going to be running the whole panel at 1000 nits. You're only going to be using that for the specular highlights. So the actual power consumption is minimally increased.
Nice. This is going to be, it's an awesome future to get such a beautiful displays. And look, are people going to be looking for even more?
Yeah,
in the future?
Of course, the display industry progresses with new technology over time, but this is a really significant technological step that we have moved into this tandem OLED capability. And that's driving this huge step increase from the True Black 600 to True Black 1000.